Hi everybody and welcome to a you can call it a frog tutorial. Somebody asked me about a tutorial how to build a frog because on the Arcadia server I built a frog as a shop selling frog lights and things like that. So I said okay, I think I can do it. I'll do a tutorial and here we go. Now the cool thing about building this frog, basically you're gonna, well, if you have a look at how the frogs look like in the game itself, you can see you got the orange one and you've got the green frogs and you've got the white frogs and all that. So you got different colors to build with, but at the same time you can change this how you want. If you consider the orange looking frog over there, you can see, yeah, you got all your different like orange type of blocks, and you've got your white variants, and then obviously now the red that you want to use for the tongue. So depending on what you want to use, it's up to you, but you can combine different things. So you can use these orange blocks with those blocks like the sand and that for the mouth area, and you can change things around, or you can leave it all completely white. So here we have a example of a white frog, and I'm going to put a screenshot on the screen for the frog that I built on the Arcadia server. And that was the orange one, and I'm going to build the green one now so you guys can have a look at it is. But you can see it's pretty easy. I'll show you the dimensions, and there's no fixed amount of blocks for this because you can build it how you want. Basically you just got to stick to the basic framework of it. So if we start here, here's your basic layout. So you've got 8 blocks high, 10 blocks wide, and 15 blocks in length. So from there to there it's 15, 8 up, and then it's 10 across. Now you can see the main thing that I'm using for the build is the wool. Like here I've got the white wool because it's got that texture to it. So, but it's up to you. You can use different blocks. You can make everything into white concrete if you like. There's concrete sand, all depending on how you want to build. So the choice is yours, which blocks you want to combine with. But for what I'm doing here, I'm going to stick with the wool. So first of all, I would suggest 3, 1, 2, 3. First build up everything out of your main block. So in my case, I'm using the wool. Well, there is our block all built up. So this is the main body of your frog. Now, something I forgot to mention or ask, or say in some way, depending on what you want to use this for, because obviously you can use this as a storeroom, some kind of storeroom, or if you're playing on a server and you want to use it to make a frog light shop, like I did. I built a shop out of it, and I sell frog lights. So it's all depending on what you want to do with it, but you can remember to light up obviously inside over here. And if you are playing on a server, you need to have light sources on top as well. Now what I did was on the server, because it was a orange frog, I used the jack-o'-lanterns, the pumpkins on the top, so that it added to the color of the frog. It added some light sources just to make sure nothing spawns on it. But the choice is yours. You can actually use some of the frog lights as well. If you see like the color of these, this can match nicely in. So you could add maybe a color, just a few of these, like on the back of the frog, just to add some light source on there. But the choice is yours. Now let's get to the rest of our building. Now here's the front of it, of your frog. So if you want to use this as a storeroom, whatever, we need to build a tongue. So you can see This one I used, this was the red concrete. But you can use whichever red you want. Well, depending on what color you want the tongue. Now you can make it blue, the choice is yours. But I'll stick with red. It's got a more, well, realistic feel to it, I suppose. So we add a tongue and you go out 3 blocks like this. So just like 4 of these, 3 blocks long, 2 blocks wide, right over your door. So there you've got your entrance to go in. As you can see there, you can do how you want it. You can make it a little bit higher, but I would say either you have a 2 block gap or 3 block gap. So if you want, you can start building it over there. Choice is yours, but you can do that as well to give it a bit of an extra look. Now, the one thing is you want to have eyes on your frog. So as you can see, there's your eyes, and you can use a block of coal or you can use blackstone, which I do have here. So first what we need, go 1 block from the corner, added that like so, and then that, and we need a white block. Now I usually prefer using either white concrete or the quartz. So, but in this case we can use quartz, and then do like that. Do the same on this side. So your eye will be on there, and 1 block there, like that. So that's the front of your eyes, and then you're gonna go this 3. Oops, no, how much was it? 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 there. Like that. I think this size works just right. It's a frog with big eyes. You can do 1 less. You can make this a little bit smaller if you cut it there if you want. But I'm thinking doing it 4 blocks in length like that gives it the right size. So let's do it like that. And there's your eyes. As easy as that. Now something I didn't do on the original build is take out some of the corners. You can see here where I took the corners out. See, there's a corner missing there, and then on the eyes there, on the legs. So it gives it a little bit more of a rounded look, yeah, on the edges. But that's depending on you. You could as well even do it like that if you feel like it. But I think that is suitable enough. So I'm going to leave this one as is, and you can see what it's going to look like. But we first now got to build the main body of this. Now front legs. Now on any frog, your front legs is smaller than the back legs. So we are going to build 2 out. And sorry, Mr. Frog, you're in the way here. Okay, so it's 2 out, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to do it like that. And this has to be 4 blocks high. Just as the proportion is right with whatever body you're building. So that's basically half. Because a frog needs some strong, sturdy legs. Now we need to build toes. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 1. So there's these front toes with the front legs. And go out 1, 3, 4, 5. That's 3, 4. Okay, there's the other one. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 1. Okay, so there is our toes with the front legs. Now, obviously, your back legs need to be a little bit bigger. So you've got to make this at least double the size of what that is. So what we can do here, when the frog's back legs stick out past his body, basically. So we can do like a half-half. So we go 3 in the 3rd block. 1, 2, 3 there. And then 3 this way. 1, 2, 3. And then join this up here. Now the inside of these legs here, this area here, you can build this closed completely, use cobblestone or whatever. Or you can put a torch down now if you don't want anything spawning in these gaps. The choice is yours. Let's quickly build up. So, okay, then we got that height. Okay, so there is the one leg. Now these toes are going to be slightly different. So we start on the outside corner, go make an L shape there, build 1, 2, 3 like so, and add that. So they can see his toes is out to the side. Now you can have a look at the frog looks here. See his toes? Ribbit, ribbit. But you can add more toes on you if you like. You can add another one on there if you want. I just prefer it like that. You can add a toe on there. That's why there's many ways of actually doing this. All depending up to you. So let's build this other one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 that way. That out. 1, 2, 3. That's like so. Okay, and we build this one out. You can put a torch in there if you don't want anything spawning inside there. Build up his other leg. Okay, and then we build these other toes. 1, 2 there, 1 there, 2 there, 1, 2 there. And there you have the basic build of the frog. Now you can leave this as is. There, your frog is done. The choice is yours. You can leave it exactly like that. Or if you want to add a little bit more color to it, you can see you can spread out more of the blocks to give it a bit of a different look. So now there we used white terracotta and the white sand. So let's say we go for where is now white concrete and white wool. So the mouth, as you can see, needs to start from the back. So even if you look at the real frog, you can see the mouth is just above his front legs, going around the front like that. So what we do first, we're gonna start, depending on how big you want it, but you can start like that. And we take out like so. Now it's all depending on you. You can do it white like this, or you can use the white terracotta as well. The choice is yours. That's a cool thing about it. It makes, there's so many variations you can actually build with this thing. You can just stick that like that. And that's in there. So that's the start of your mouth. Now you can leave it like that, or if you want to add a little bit of extra things to it, so you can do a bit of shade in there and add a couple of these blocks in like so. Just to give it that little bit of extra look. There we go. There's your mouth area. But you can even take this further. You can add even more in if you want. You can add a couple of extra things like that. Oops. You can put a block there, so that gives a bit of a extra look. Now, as I said, with the corners, you can decide whether you want to keep these corners on here. Choice is yours. Now, with the body, you've got an option of your green concrete and your green terracotta. So all depending on what you do, you can see that the concrete powder has got a similar type of darkness or lightness color block, but you obviously can't put it up here. So I think what we can do is You go around adding in some concrete powder or any block, whichever one you want, you can add in, obviously. So you just spread out, you just go wherever. The whole natural, you don't plan it, just put it down somewhere to give it that bit of a natural look to it. So there you can see how it's fading in with it. We can put one over there, one over there. Do like so. We can put a few like this. So that matches in like that. Now you can actually change the block you want to use, maybe with the legs. You can add in different color with the legs. So you can do like that. Do that. So there is so many different ways of actually doing this. Okay, do one there, one there. Okay, and we can change some of the toes as well. We can add in some different color to the toes. Make like so. Go back around here. There's a block, there's one, there's one. Change that with that. There we go. So we've got all different colors in there at the moment. Now you've got to add in some on the top here. And obviously you can't use concrete powder over here because it's just going to fall through unless you really want to try and use like string or something on the inside, but it's going to make things more complicated. But here we can use any other green that you want. So you can build your whole frog just out of one type of green color block, or white, whichever color frog you want to use this for. So yeah, we can just add a block on top like that. Let's make his eyes different colors as well. So it gives him a much more natural look. And you can obviously, if you feel like doing more, instead of putting one block, you can just add 2 blocks in, or mix and match the different blocks. But obviously the more blocks you use, the more complicated you make it to build. Okay, so now you can see the one doesn't have the corners on, but I think it actually looks a little bit nicer without the corners. So let's say we take these corners off. And that one. Okay, so there's corners off there. Go around each of these corners. It gives it a whole different look. So you can either leave it as is or take the corners off. Choice is yours. And yeah, we can take the corners off at the back like that. Adds a little bit more difference to it. And that's basically it. Now, like what I did on the server, depending on how you want to build this, you can add, for instance, I used mud blocks. So let's take mud. Give me some bone meal quickly as well. You can add in some mud. So you can go all around the edge and you can add in some mud going around here. So that's where you usually find the frogs. Or if you want to try and make it fan out a little bit, you can add bone meal around the edge. So it looks like he's sitting in the grass itself. Oops, let's go through there. There we go. There's many options. You can also use the, what do you call it? Moss. If you feel like you want to use some moss blocks, you can add in the moss all the way around. So if you make your way around all around in the frog, you've got a nice different green color. So everything can match in and make your build look much nicer. And that is it. I think we can take this away here. Just make a little bit there, yeah. And that is how we build a frog. You can build your frogs. And obviously, if you want to catch your frogs, you need to go to every single biome and breed your frogs accordingly to get the different color frogs. If you want to try and add them into your build or something somewhere, maybe you want to change into a little frog sanctuary and put some frogs inside there. Choice is yours. But there you can see, guys. So we got the white frog, we got a green frog. You've seen the orange one. Many options and way and how to build it. So I hope that helped, and hope you guys like building your frogs. So till next time, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys soon. Cheers.